Hello, welcome to Swapping Joysticks. I'm your host, Biggest Bennis, and well, just call me Ben. Joined as always by Ed.
Ed Knights.
How are you doing,
That's
Nightingale?
Me. What, Ben?
Yeah, you having a?
Just call me Ben.
No, well you can. Call me Ben. Call me Biggest Bennis, Ben, Daddy, whatever you want.
Don't do that.
No, I'm too young to be called Daddy.
Yeah.
By you at least.
Wow.
Yeah, look, you've had a haircut.
I
Is
have.
this why you demanded that we do the podcast tonight? Don't skip it a week.
No, well, we skipped a week and
We did.
We didn't want to do that, so we should do it tonight.
That is
but
true.
Also, yes, I have that this evening.
Looks great.
Thank you.
And a nice mustache.
Thanks.
Yes.
I'm trying to go for a more sophisticated, mature look.
Ooh, and when are you going to try and do that?
Oh,
funny. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks because last week we were very, very busy or tired or something. I can't remember what it was.
Both.
What were we doing? Like, oh god, I got the light on here. Last week was nothing. Don't know. There was a reason. There was always a reason.
Weren't you working late?
That sounds about right. Yeah, often work late. But
Too busy.
Busy, but I just enjoy it. Like literally, I'm off tomorrow, and I put my out of office
there's no
on.
excuse not to do it tonight then.
Well, I put my out of office on at 5 o'clock, and then just tonight I saw the Bluey trailer come up, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be something that would be great for work and people at Stowe. I was sent it to a few people on Teams, and I'm like, need to stop. No, need to not do that. It's 8:30 p.m. or 9:30 p.m. when I sent it. So yeah, they won't appreciate it. Also, I do apologize. I was going to do a nice looking new overlay, and I keep meaning to do it. And one of these weeks, I will remember to do it, because at the moment it looks a bit like we've got half a TV, and it does. If you're watching this on the video version, it's it is two halves, and it's two parts of the video, but it's like a split video, as you can see there. So Ed with his tiny little hand. I'll fix it so it just looks like two panels rather than a weird vortex in the middle. Yes. What have you been up to this week? How's it going?
It's going. It's fine. I got my hair cut. And we saw some friends yesterday, which is very nice.
We did see some friends yesterday. It was freaking freezing yesterday. And today's been cold.
Why has it suddenly got cold?
I feel like this
year...
year...
We're so British, we're on the weather already.
I feel like this year it's got colder. This year's winter has been on. I mean, it's nearly April, and we had snow yesterday, apparently.
Apparently so.
Because we went, but then I heard it and I was like, that's unlikely. But then a few other people have said that they've had snow as well. So yeah, it was a real feel of -3 when I got up on Wednesday. Was it? Or Tuesday? No, it was yesterday. Real feel of -3. Ooh, how much? It was atrocious. But let's have a look at the weather, because that's exciting.
Well, what's the weather this weekend? Because we're going to DreamHack.
We are going to DreamHack. It doesn't look much better for the rest of the week. For as far as I can see. It's a low of between... Well, today's a low of 1, which is the coldest. But then it goes on Sunday, it goes back down to 2. And it's between 1 and 7 as the coldest. And then... next Wednesday is apparently up to... Or next Tuesday and Wednesday goes up to 15 or 16 during the day. But then it goes down to 7 at night, which... Yeah. Anyway, that's degrees Celsius to those that use proper units. We're going to DreamHack tomorrow. We are...
Tomorrow?
Sorry?
Oh, tomorrow from when you're listening to this.
That's what I meant to say, yeah. Yeah, we are being... we are being forced to go to Birmingham against our will.
I know. I've got to go back there after years at university.
You would just slag off Birmingham for a while. It's too easy.
It's too easy. It's like a low-hanging fruit.
Fish in a barrel.
Yeah.
I've only been to Birmingham. Well, I had my first ever alcoholic drink in Birmingham, in Bar Risa.
I knocked girls in Bar Risa.
Oh, I wasn't that drunk.
I was.
Snogged girls.
It was it was my first year at uni. They had speed dating.
And wait, does speed dating involve snogging?
No, but then I snogged someone afterwards.
Wow. Do you remember her? Do you know her name? Is it somebody that I know? Oh, getting really jealous now. How dare she steal a kiss from you? Because obviously you've not done anything with anybody ever since.
No, of course not.
No. But you're, Barisa. I went there, had my first ever alcoholic drink. I felt so naughty, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be drunk. I was staying at my friend's in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Which is a place in Birmingham. Not that Hollywood, unfortunately. And so anybody that knows Birmingham is going to be like, oh God. Yeah, my friend thought it would be funny and amusing when he was showing me the sights. So I was like 17, because I was definitely underage. He thought he'd show me the sights. So he took me on a round bus trip round Dudley.
Why would you go there?
Because he wanted to show me the accent.
I mean, I've also never been to Dudley.
Dudley.
You talk like that.
You know. They're not Yam Yams. Yam Yams is Wolverhampton, isn't it? I'm not sure. Apologies to anybody from Birmingham. But Birmingham has... Yeah, I don't think it has any redeeming qualities. Like a lot of places, you're like, oh, it's beautiful. It's got like a nice canal area, or there's a beautiful area that you can do this. There's a nice park.
Birmingham does have a nice canal.
Okay. No, I do. I went to the canal. It was really quiet. I have been to Birmingham a few times, but
the festival hall is very nice. Or Symphony Hall, sorry.
I'll take your word for it. Every time I've been to Birmingham, it's been kind of misery.
Performed in.
Can I speak a bit louder?
I've performed in Symphony Hall.
Ooh.
Birmingham. I don't actually remember what I was doing, but I've definitely performed there. I think that was school. I think it might have been the jazz band.
You know where I have played my tuba?
On the toilet.
That's not a tuba. It's the biggest one.
Sounds like one.
Sorry?
Sounds like one.
Oh, yeah, I literally had a quick poo before this. I thought you'd all like to know. You can talk. Guess where I've played the tuba?
In the town hall of a tiny village in Yorkshire.
Close. No, in the town square of Salzburg.
I did know that, actually.
It was, and then we went and hung around, and there was some kind of, I don't know, it was like a special celebration thing that was going on in the town or in the city, and they had some stilts, like wooden stilt things that I stood on to make myself even taller, and walked around for a little bit. Stilts.
Oh, sorry.
I say stilts, it was about a foot higher than what I'm normally, so it wasn't much bigger. Anyway, so yeah, we've got that. We've got DreamHack. What are we doing at DreamHack? Yeah, we went on from Birmingham to Salzburg. That is quite a jump.
Yeah, I don't really know what to expect from DreamHack, to be honest. I'm going as your +1, and I don't really know what's there or why people are going. I'm just going for the lulz.
Yeah, if anybody wants to go to DreamHack, go and use the code BIGGESTBENUS to get 10% off. But I was intending to go as a creator because I got a creator pass approved, which is very kind of them. And I was like, okay, we'll go for the day and everything. And like, I'm not going to go with work. And then, work has been like, hey, you could have a chat with this person. You could have a chat with that person and that person. And I'm like, okay. And then my boss was like, because you're doing that, we'll pay for your travel. So I'm like,
lucky you.
Brilliant. I will happily take that.
I don't get that. Wow.
You do. But are you going with work? You're just going to hang around, have a few drinks, and just
going to
bitch.
potter.
You're going to pot, yeah. Going to totter around like an old man in like the local town.
Yeah.
with your carrier bag and your mustache.
A brown paper bag.
Well, I mean, you made it seedy now.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to be that seedy, thanks.
Not that seedy. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. That mustache makes it automatically seedy.
Yes.
People look at that mustache and think, yeah, no, I'm not going to.
No, please don't. Please don't.
So,
because I had a joke in my head that's not appropriate. So I'm
okay,
not
good.
say that.
This is a very good, well-to-do podcast. So yeah, that's DreamHack. It's in Birmingham. It's normally in Sweden. I think there's one in the US as well, and this is the first time it is in the UK. I think it's extra rather than like an existing one that's moving. So I really hope it does well and it becomes the go-to event in the UK.
We need one. We need a good event in the UK.
We do, like with WAS closing down, with EGX just being a corner of Comic Con, and New Game Plus has opened up and started, which is cool, but I think it's very, very small indie. Whereas this feels, and also Insomnia as well is closed as well. This seems like an amalgamation of Insomnia and I don't know. I want to see. It definitely has like the gaming part as on because I'm in like the creator Discord, so I can see all the things that are happening, and there's loads of creator moments. I think Sidemen are going to be there, or at least a few of them. They're like they're big YouTubers.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You never heard of them, have you?
I've heard of the Sidemen.
Okay. And like there's lots of like gaming and events and competitions and stuff like that and cosplay. So there's all that, but I'm interested to see what the other side is. I know there are a few companies, a few games. Is it going to be like a WASD or is it going to be like an EGX where there are some big games there? I don't know. I have seen the floor plan, but I forgot. In fact, I can tell you because I did post it. I'm going to go back on Teams because that's where I posted it.
Yeah, I was going to say you can share it with me. I want to see it.
Okay.
I want to judge.
Sound like you?
I love to judge.
I'm looking forward to seeing. Oh yeah, here we go. So there are lots of there's Expo, IRL, and creators. Lots of like creator areas, play and compete. There's the F1 sim racing activation, which I'm really excited about.
One for you.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Expo, Indie Playground, and esports. Julie, you'll be going to the esports one. There's a Halo esports booth. CDL Warzone Resurgence Series, whatever that is, and a bunch of other places.
I shan't be partaking in esports.
Oh.
Not for me.
Right, so the Expo, Zenny Optical. I've seen that they're doing like their official glasses. Samsung, Recharge Station. Red Bull Gaming Sphere on tour. Girls on tour. Logitech, Samsung, Razer. Learpill. Frontier Exhibitions. I guess that's not Frontier Developments. Overclockers, Royal Navy.
Of course, the bloody Navy's there.
Well, it's better than the British Army. That's what they had
close enough.
at Insomnia all the time. Yeah, another recharge station for DHL. Sure. Asus. I'm not getting any games so far. Unless I'm just not. Haven't got. Maybe. Well, there is Indie Corner. Oh, here you go. Doggo Fashion.
Yes.
You just go there. Yeah. Doggo Fashion. Ace Games.
As opposed to Doggy Style.
Yeah, that's the after party. Persona toys. Face Punch, ID Gaming. I think these Thumb Soldiers, I know the guy from that. British Esports. Oh, Riot. Riftbound, Steel Series, Super Noodles. Cyber Power PC. British Army, they are there. Fuckers. Yeah, they won't get me. Merch, there's a merch store. But yeah, Indie Playground. Some games, secret modes there that I recognize, and that's pretty much it when it comes to games. So it seems like
I feel like games is a bit secondary, and it's more about creators.
Yeah, you're gonna love that, aren't you? Well, no, maybe not creators, but just gaming. I think there's lots of places where you can go and do some gaming. Yeah, I imagine
I do gaming at home. I don't need to do gaming in public.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about it yesterday with our friend, saying that when we went to, or was it them? I don't know. When we went to Gamescom, and I think was it like Sniper Elite? They had a 2-hour queue, and the game had literally come out a month before. I'm like, okay, why are you all queuing for this? You know, you can just go and play this game.
Well, this is the problem. And then with like cons, they have they'll have like a retro corner, and then it's like, here's a GameCube, here's a PS2, and I'm like, I've got all that behind me here. I'll play that at home.
Because you're old, Ed.
I don't need to go to a convention to play games I already own.
Things that you own are in museums now.
I know, and now that just makes me feel old.
Because yeah, we went to the National Video Games Museum in Sheffield.
This?
And I really enjoyed it actually, but it was full of things that we owned.
Yeah, it's depressing.
Well,
my childhood is now museum worthy.
And it's a video game museum, though. I mean, there's not it's not like 2,000 years of history, really, is it? I'm sure you get some nerd be like, oh, well, actually, it all evolved from the people throwing stones, all that stuff. But no, that's not a video game.
Well, maybe there's a museum of play somewhere.
I'm sure there is. I think there's one in Amsterdam.
Different kind of play.
Okay. I mean, a whole museum for that. Oh, no, there's one in... there's the Penis Museum in Iceland.
There's the Sex Museum in Amsterdam.
Oh, that was just my... Oh, yeah, no, we watched the video of the guy that went
there
to...
twice.
Why did you go twice?
Lols.
For the gift shop. For the toilets.
With different groups of people.
I bet. God, Ed, you do get around.
That's not what I meant.
Yeah. Anyway. So, moving on from Ed...
From play to what we've been playing.
Yeah. Because we've
There you
got quite a lot
go.
to talk about, so we don't want to make it. And we're also recording this very late. I was planning on like reading The Expanse, which we'll talk about a bit later. Because you just finished the second book, but we'll talk about that, I think, when we talk about the video game.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, but I wanted to read that tonight, and I'm like, probably going to go to bed quite late now because I'm going to edit this. Anyway, not that I'm one to moan. What have you been playing, Ed?
Oh, wow. What have I been playing? Well, since last time, I finished Resident Evil.
You did?
So I talked about that last time. Wasn't as keen on it as I wanted to be, and my final thought is I'm still not that keen on it as
Well,
I wanted
tell
to
us
be.
about it.
So, as I'm sure people know already, there are two styles of horror in the game. So, in part of it, you play as Grace, and it's sort of classic Resident Evil. You're puzzle solving and thinking strategically to get around zombies and being stealthy and the sorts of horror bits, and it's sort of, you know, the classic Resident Evil that you want from sort of 1 and 2 mainly. And then the other side is that you play as Leon, and with that it's more akin to Resident Evil 4, the remake specifically, I would say. And it's much more action focused. And that's kind of how the series has been split, basically, is these two different styles of horror. So they've decided to put them in one game. And I just don't think that is a very elegant solution, to just splice two different styles of game together. I kind of wish you were just playing as one character and they found a way of blending the classic and the action together in a more subtle, interesting, and organic way.
Interestingly, a game that I've just been playing, I'm not derailing this, but another game that I started replay. Well, I started back with it and then immediately dropped off was Assassin's Creed Shadows. Two styles, very very different that you play in there.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just had no interest in it. It's not for me.
No. Like I really enjoyed Resident Evil Requiem. It's just not as good as the best of the series, which they've sort of hyped it up to be. And the more I think about it, the more I analyze it, the more it sort of falls apart a little bit. The grey side, I really like that classic Resi, but I feel like there's not enough of it. They don't take it far enough. There are these sort of more humanized zombies that are meant to be like puzzles to solve in themselves, but they just don't really push that far enough, which feels disappointing. And then the other side, you've got Leon, and the story is basically him going back to Raccoon City, where it all began. So there's all these sort of flashbacks to Resident Evil 2. Are you dying tonight?
Yeah, it's your
You've just
food. I think
coughing a
you've
lot.
yeah. Well, I feel like I've got a tickly cough.
Well, do you want to drink some water?
Well, keep going. I did Mo go away, so I wouldn't interrupt you.
All right. Yeah, it's Leon returning to Raccoon City for reasons that I won't go into. And for me, like, that was a real opportunity for some trauma. For Leon to show some vulnerability in returning back to his past and being, you know, confronted with this big traumatic episode, i.e. Resident Evil 2. But unfortunately, I feel like they've made him really unlikable, because in 2, he is the rookie cop and he's naive, and you sort of see him grow from that into Resident Evil 4, where he's a bit more action gung-ho. And now in Requiem, they've just gone whole hog on him being
Don't
this,
do that
like...
again.
Oh, yeah, my arm goes tiny. They've gone whole hog on him just being this sort of action hero with, you know, all these quips, and he's just almost super powered and killing everyone and all the zombies and all the guns he has, and he just doesn't show any vulnerability. So there's nowhere for his story to go, and it just sort of feels really flat. There's also not a good villain in this game. Like, they set a couple up at the beginning, and then it's like it just doesn't really go anywhere. So, like, it plays well. It's a fun game. It just hasn't lived up to expectations for me. It's sort of a second-rate Resident Evil. If like 1 and 2 and 4 are at the top, this for me is like a level down, more akin to like 0, 7, 8.
Yeah.
I actually think I preferred 8 for some reasons, which I think might even be controversial. I really enjoyed Village. This feels more Resident Evil because it's got Leon in it and Raccoon City. but 8 I still really enjoyed. So
I mean, I enjoyed 8. I even finished 7. I say enjoyed. They were all right. And then 2, I liked, but I started playing this, and I'm like, you know what? There are loads more games I'd prefer to play. Back in the day, when I was, especially like when 7 came out, I was listening a lot to Giant Bombcast, and I was like, I need to play every game that comes out. Not because I've, have any intention to like write about it or stuff. Although I think I was doing a podcast at the time as well. But like, I was listening to these podcasts and getting really excited and wanting to play every game that they talked about and they seemed to like. And now I'm like, no, I'm just really focusing on games that I do really enjoy. And unfortunately, horror games are not that.
see, I feel very similarly because there's another game that I played, and I've also learned what I like and what I don't like. And what I don't like is Pokopia.
Oh, you're a
And
horrible.
I appreciate that this is absolutely sacrilegious.
You're
to
the only
say.
person I know that doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Do you know anybody that doesn't like it?
No.
There you go. Literally everybody
No,
I know
I think there are people who will
you're
maybe
incredibly
will
critical
sympathise with me.
and you dislike games. Got to criticize.
I love to criticize. I love to analyze, and I find enjoyment in that. So even if I'm playing something that I like,
You like a troll.
even Resident Evil, was it my favorite game? No. Did I still have a good time? Yes. Do I enjoy the process then of going back and thinking about it and analyzing it and considering it and having an opinion?
You enjoy
Yes.
shitting on it.
I enjoy shitting on it. Yes.
Yeah.
To put it politely, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Pokopia is just not for me. I'm not very good with open-ended games.
Yeah, I love,
and I know that you
yeah.
do. And this is where we are just we have different tastes,
Mhm.
and that is fine. And there's nothing wrong with not enjoying it as much.
Exactly. Different strokes for different folks.
Yes.
And
Don't yuck my yum.
your yums are pretty yucky.
Zombies.
Zombies, yeah.
Yeah.
I love Pokopia. I finished it. I've seen credits. The story is very beautiful, very sad, but also hopeful.
Sad?
Need to keep playing it.
Tell me after this.
Well, no, what you can just go on mine and read all the logs you get.
Oh, okay.
But it was the ending was really nice and sweet. It makes me think there's gonna be a sequel. I mean, surely there's gonna be a sequel.
It's been very popular, very successful.
I think this is the first Switch 2 system seller, or at least the biggest system seller.
Yeah. I mean, not for me, but for other people, yeah.
Yeah, for people that like games. I really enjoy that there's a story and there's a narrative in there, and you can I was streaming it, so I wasn't going and reading all the audio logs the logs when I'm like finding them, because that's something that I quite enjoy doing off stream, and I'm just going to read through them. But it's one of those games that just scratches an itch. And there's always something to do. And somebody pointed out that, like, with Animal Crossing, not that I would ever, shit on Animal Crossing or say anything negative about it, but lots of people time travel in Animal Crossing because they don't want to wait. And it's like, oh my God, I need to move these 6 houses and I've got to wait 6 days for them all to be moved, etc. There's a lot of things that you do. Well, they do have real time. So if I'm playing in the evening, it's pretty much always dark there. But if you go and set up you're creating a little place for some people to live. If it's just quite small, then it might be in like a real-time 15-minute wait, or it might be an hour wait. But a lot of them, if it's a big structure that you're building and you have to provide lots of materials and people are helping, then it will be like, it's ready tomorrow. But it's ready tomorrow, but then you can go and like find but there's just so many other things to do while that's waiting. So it's like, okay, cool, I'll sort that out tomorrow. That's great. Now I'm going to go and create some more habitats to attract more Pokemon and go and pop around to all the different areas, to all the different zones. And if there are any other Pokemon that have popped up, and maybe I'll create another large building for people in a different area, or maybe I'm going to go make some mine carts so that I can easily travel around the little biome areas. It's just, there is endless stuff to do, and when I review something, you're meant to put it in like a nice structure and everything like that, and I've just blabbed, but there's so much, so I'm going to let you ask me questions.
Oh, I don't get to talk about it anymore.
Well, no, you don't have a valid opinion, so you're not allowed.
Well, you say like it scratches an itch, and I just don't have that itch to scratch, unfortunately.
No. Well, you don't like sandbox games, do you?
No. So like I did the first area where you have to make it rain.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to the second area, which was all flooded.
There are 2 second areas.
There are 2, yes. And I went to the right
Yeah.
and went to the flooded area.
So that was the third area I went to.
Okay. And I just felt like I was just starting to get to grips with the first area, and then it's almost like starting from scratch again. I was like, oh,
But that's
God,
the
there's
thing
so
is-
much to do.
Yeah.
And
You don't have to
you
go.
start
can
looking at
stay-
all the different habitats, and it's like, oh, okay, well now I need to start building a cart with a barrel, and I don't have the recipe for it, and then I've got to
Okay.
find this other one.
Okay.
And
Well,
it just,
wait.
hang on, I haven't finished my
No,
point.
because you're
I
lying.
just start. I'm not lying. That was
Literally,
my experience
well,
of it.
nearly every. Well, you weren't looking enough. Because nearly every, especially the first 3 areas, nearly every time you find a habitat, those items that it wants you to find are nearby. Nearly every time. It's only later on that you have to start crafting things and being a bit more specific. But
But you're saying like there's a lot in it. There is so much to keep track of, and yes, there's a menu to find it all. But having to remember all the different types of habitats and what attracts what, and then
You don't need to
building
remember,
things
they're
and
all in
boom,
your-
and I'm like, I'm overwhelmed and I can't be bothered.
No.
Like it just doesn't. That doesn't interest me. That's busy work and doing chores, and I'm not interested in that.
It's just not for you, Ed. You don't need to put down people who enjoy it.
You're all awful
Wrong.
people and
Wrong.
wrong.
You're not putting
Like I
people down.
do enough chores in real life. I don't need
No,
to
you
do
don't.
that.
That's my job.
I bloody do. I don't need to do that in a video game. And it's not that I've been trying to understand it because I appreciate Pokopia has a story and like little missions to do. And actually, I thought that might help me through, but it's too much busy work for me. I don't have to play a game with a story. I think for me, it's just about having structure. Because actually, Animal Crossing, I enjoyed, but I enjoyed that you go back every day and there are your sort of daily things you do, and you
Same here.
potter around and you speak to some people and you do that. But it's all contained in one island with a fixed camera perspective
Mhm.
that is really easy to get around. And when you want to change things, it just it feels I can't remember the word is intuitive to get around. Whereas the fucking camera in Pokopia, that every time you aim at a block and then you can't aim at the right one and then you pick up the wrong thing, and I was like, the number of times I picked up a brick instead of an item that was on the side of the path, and I was like, why is there a brick there?
You gotta suck.
I just got so irritated by that. Or even Stardew. I really enjoyed playing Stardew. And I think for that, again, it's about structure and it's about routine. And so you know, the days are shorter, but you go, right, I wake up, I feed my dog, I feed the chickens, I get the eggs, I feed the animals, I water the plants, and I get into the routine of that, and I enjoy giving that structure. Whereas Pokopia, I just see it's like Minecraft. I just see blocks everywhere. Like if someone gave me Minecraft to play and said, go build something, I'd probably just put some grass blocks in the shape of a dick and go, all right, I'm done now.
I was about to say that's what everybody does, but they don't do the dick. But they'll just build a little mud hut because that's how you start. And then there is a story, and there is like a, but you like, well, not Minecraft as a story, but there is like a process that you do to try and get better and build things. And it's like that slow grind. But whereas you would grind with an RPG with all your little points and get your level ups and bank your souls and things like that. When it comes to something like a survival game or a sandbox game, you do that through small increments and small things that you discover and you find that make you get better or be able to dig deeper or create and craft better things. So it's not for you, but it is very much for me. And like it's also just I really like that you can just do what you want. Like you can not play for 3 days. You can go back. You can like tomorrow I'm going to stream it most of the day, and I've decided I want to get the opening area to level 10. And there are people that that just want to get that opening area to as high level as possible before moving on. And then when they're starting, you can pretty much flatten the entire terrain. So in the third, well, for you would be in the third,
brick by brick.
Yeah,
you
it's
have
called being
to
creative.
bash everything down and just like.
You're not a very creative person, though, are you?
I am creative in a structure.
Okay.
Like if you give me a blank page and say write something, I'm like, I don't fucking know. If you give me a blank page and say I want you to write me a fantasy story, I'm like, cool. I've got an objective. I understand what I need to do. That's a task, and now I can go and do it. So that's what I need in a video game. Like, I would happily spend hours in Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's kind of a sandbox, but I
it is a sandbox.
understand I am making a theme park. I'm going to make a roller coaster.
Did you
I
read
know what
any
that
of the things that
is.
you have to do in this? Because like you're following a main story, but it's also giving you the option to kind of be a bit sandboxy and create and find new Pokemon. Because that's what you're doing. You're finding new Pokemon. You're
Yeah, but
finding new recipes.
potted around a bit, and then I just was like,
I feel like you played it in a bad mood. You play it in a bad mood.
I'm always in a bad mood.
Because I think when you play a game in a bad mood,
I just found it boring. Sorry. It's busy work. I don't want a game that's busy work. I want to feel like I'm achieving something.
Well, you know, it's okay to be very different to other people and like got 91 on Meta.
Fine. That's still an average, and I'm sure it was people that like those games that reviewed it, and I never would have, so I never would have affected that score.
No, you won't. Don't work in games journalism anymore as well. Oh well, it's never mind. I love it, and I like I said, I finished it, but there are so many other things that are extra that you won't have discovered yet. Like there's Pallet Town. So Pallet Town you discover if you went. So when you were going in the original area, there's like a bridge and like a long road, which is like a cycle route. I don't know if you saw, and that leads to Pallet Town, which is it's like your own. It's like a blank canvas. And you can go there and you can bring all the Pokemon from all the other areas that you've discovered. You can bring them over there if you want. And you can also create habitats there to attract more. But that is your full-on sandbox area. There's also another one where I didn't realize this, but you can create, if you go to the PC, you can go and create a Cloud Island. And the Cloud Island, it's potentially co-op. So you can get people to come and play, and it's because it's in the cloud. They can join when you're not there. I mean, there's loads of things that you can choose, like when it comes to restrictions and the stuff. But when you go there, you don't have anything. You don't have any of your materials in your bag. You don't have any of the Pokemon, and it's like starting from scratch. But like with no story, and you can just go and do whatever you want. It's like a bit like a sandbox thing with it's like a sandbox challenge mode on like Planet Coaster. Where it's like, okay, you've got your set of, you have a certain money that you have, the people, it's not kind of unlimited money and unlimited everything. You just go there and you can kind of create a whole brand new island. And I know this kind of doesn't appeal to you, but to me, I'm like, that sounds really good. I can start from fresh, from all the things that I've learned playing the main game and getting through to the end of the story. I can like bring that over and kind of create it in like a complete contained one area.
Well, I hope you have a lovely time.
I have, and I hope you have a good time being scared, playing your miserable horror games.
I don't play miserable horror games.
Playing some cute Pokemon games and attracting them, and they're all being friends, and they come over to me and they give me little gifts, and we talk to them, and they're like, "I'm going to call you Biggest because we're friends now," and yeah.
You don't get that at home.
No. Call me Big Ben instead. Big Ben.
It's probably Dickhead. Oi, Dickhead.
Dick and Ed.
Funny.
Yeah,
I
really like it, and I'm going to play more of it just to spite you.
There's another hot Pokemon game that's just come out that I'd like to play.
Hot Pokemon.
The hot new Pokemon game on Switch 2, which is Gale of Darkness, which is on the GameCube virtual console.
Never heard of it.
Which was a Pokemon RPG that was released on the GameCube, and I never got to play it. But it's now on Switch 2, so I'm tempted to give that a go.
To do it.
Because that's the kind of Pokemon game that I like.
Good. You don't need to like every game.
Nonsense.
No, you don't need to put people down who like it. It's not nonsense.
I have played something else, which is Mass Effect 2.
And why are you playing Mass Effect 2?
Because as we've both talked about on the podcast for a while, I've been reading the Expanse series of books, and literally this evening I finished book 2.
What do you think to it?
Great.
Okay.
Really enjoyed it. You're way back, so I'm not going to say too much about it because I don't want to spoil it for you.
It's annoying because I'll start a book, I'll recommend a book with you, or I'll recommend a series, and then you end up like whizzing past me, and I'm like, I'd like to take my time with the book. And I also fall off it and then go back weeks later.
That's what's true. You fall off everything.
Yeah.
You start things and don't finish them, whereas I commit. So anyway, I have.
Except Pokopia, excuse me. I'm going back to it after I finished. That's how good I am.
Well, I like to have a more diverse experience of games.
I was just playing Cyberpunk yesterday, but sure.
All right.
Go off, Chief.
So, pop off.
Pop
Yeah.
off,
So
not go off.
I've been reading The Expanse, and it's put Mass Effect in my head for so long, and I'm like, I need to go back and play that. So, having finished Resident Evil and given up on Pokopia, I've gone back to Mass Effect 2. So I got the Legendary Edition when it came out. I was at Pink News, and I got.
How's Pink News these days?
Fuck knows.
No, you know. The news about them going to, like, laying off their workforce.
Oh, they're getting like AI writing or something, aren't they?
They said something like, there is no need for news writers in a newsroom.
Good. Well done.
I think we know what that means.
So yeah, so I got the Legendary Edition, and I played Mass Effect 1. I've played the trilogy. I've got them behind me on the shelves. Love the trilogy. It's incredible. And some of my favourite games on PS3. So I got Legendary Edition, played 1, and then never continued. And I think it was last year I saw the save file. Last year I started Mass Effect 2, and I decided that I would finally do a FemShep run, having interviewed Jennifer Hale and realizing how good she was. Because when the game first came out, I didn't know who Jennifer Hale was and didn't really appreciate her voice acting. I just went with male Shep because I was like, well, sort of playing as me, as Shepard, and I want to be a man, so I went with that. So now I'm doing like a FemShep run, and I'm also doing a Renegade run because I'm usually a Paragon. So I'm doing Renegade, and playing her as a badass bitch, punching everyone, flagging everyone off, and it's great. It's quite cathartic. But it's been really nice, like, just as a general point, like, I'm not going to talk too much about Mass Effect because I know you want to play it anyway.
I will play it this year, I think, actually.
What I'm most excited about actually is to play 3, because 2 I've played quite a few times in the past already. But 3 I've only ever played once. So I'm excited to play that again. But it's just nice to play something old that I've got nostalgia for. I'm really enjoying that, not having the pressure of playing something brand new, even though I just did with Requiem, but being able to just go back and play an old favourite. And I think the worry sometimes with that is that it doesn't live up to your expectations. And I don't think Mass Effect 2 has aged very well.
Okay. It aged a lot better than Mass Effect 1.
Probably, yes.
Mass Effect 1 I remember playing quite recently, and I was like, this is clunky.
Yeah.
Very, very clunky.
2 is still quite clunky, I'll be honest. I feel like I'm forgiving because I love it. But like the animation still isn't very good. And you go back now and the level design is just loads of repeated assets and quite simplistic, and it's all like the Paragon Renegade morality system is just so I was gonna say that's not what I mean. Binary, that's the word I'm thinking of. It's so binary. There's not a lot of leeway to it, so it's just I've decided to be bad, so I'm gonna pick every bad decision.
Okay, and
rather than picking interesting decisions each time.
See, that's what I loved about Baldur's Gate 3. Like, you can be bad, but you can just be a bit bitchy if you want, or like there are different levels to it.
What it needs is like the wheel at the time. It's like a conversation wheel. If you haven't played it, every conversation there's a wheel at the bottom that you choose your options from. But eventually you learn that if you pick an option to the left, it's basically more information. And if you go to the right, it moves the story on. And if you go to the top one, it's good, neutral, and then the bottom one's bad. But the more bad you are, the more renegade you are. You unlock new options in the conversation, and the same if you're more Paragon. So if you're basically neutral shades of grey, you don't get those options, and those more extreme ones are the more interesting ones. So you kind of have to make the decision to just be constantly good or constantly bad.
And who are you shagging?
No point. No one, because I'm being mean to everyone.
Okay, well that's if you know that happens.
You have to be nice to shag them.
Really?
Yeah. God. Although, who knew?
Yeah.
I might see if I can like change that around and see if I can start flirting, but I sort of feel like I'm just being quite harsh to them all.
Well, Mass Effect 3, you can maybe do a good run.
No, because I was good on that in the original,
Okay.
my first playthrough. So again, I want to be bad to see how it changes. And
Interesting.
maybe choose the bad ending.
Wow. Well, I will let you do that. I'm going to be playing Mass Effect 2 as well, but I'm going to do it off stream. I mentioned in the Discord that I'm not probably not probably. I will not be doing like story-based games on stream anymore. Because I don't stream as often, and it's usually a bit hit and miss. In fact, I don't have a like specific schedule really. Except for Friday nights, that's kind of the only one that's always there. But also, story games are quite hard to follow, especially if it's not really as often that I'm streaming. And I just want to play games, and I get lost. And if I get lost, people watching are going to get lost. So yeah, I will do the odd story game when it's like a game code, or they provided me with one like Life is Strange. I just got the code for today. I think they were sending a fancy box. So I will definitely do one of those. But it would just be like the first episode. So yeah, that's like launch streams are different, but I won't be doing like full playthroughs of games anymore unless it's something where I'm literally taking a week off work to play it because I'm obsessed, like Death Stranding 3.
That'll never happen.
GTA maybe I will do, but I mean that doesn't really count, does it? Because you can just drop in and out and you know what's kind of going on. But yeah, so that's gonna be really good fun. But it just means I can kind of chill and play games, and like Cyberpunk, for example. I just want a 4K monitor now so I can play that because it's stunning. But I also want to play it on PC just because it looks so good on PC with the ray tracing.
Well, are you going to play the 5 Pro update?
I need to see what it looks like on the 5 Pro. If it looks amazing, then yes. If it looks better on my monitor on my computer, then I'll probably play it on that. Because I'm used to playing it with the mouse and keyboard now. Yeah. Do you see what other people have been playing?
Yes. So yeah, we're going to do this monthly now.
Yes. So we have. Ireland got knocked out, by the way. Our friend isn't very happy.
Got knocked out of what?
The potential being at the World Cup.
Oh. What a shame.
Yeah, the playoffs. Also, speaking of which, by the way, I'll give you an update on my FC Pro 2. As the football chairman of Gilworth
Do we care?
United. Yes, I have made it to the Premier League. I'm in the Premier League. I went up, and I think it was the Championship. I went up to the Championship and then immediately got relegated.
Because you were a bit rubbish.
I was not rubbish. I was
not good.
No, I got promoted accidentally. It happens sometimes. Like, you don't really want to be promoted because you want to kind of build up a finance. Because if you go up, then you're gonna have to spend quite a bit of money to stay there. So you kind of want to build your team and build the club. And I ended up like winning the playoffs or something. And then it happened again, and that's how I ended up in the Premier League. Then I think I got relegated and went back up again. But yes, we've just survived season in the Premier League. So
Congrats.
thank you very much. I will keep you updated, and hopefully we'll get into Europe in the next few seasons. I have spent another £4 because you can get a £50 million boost if you pay £4, and I'm like, I'm playing this game.
That sounds like cheating. That sounds like pay to win.
No, it's pay to interest. It's called investment, and you get a nice billionaire investor. Which the £50 million was great when I was in like non-league C, and now I'm like, doesn't really go as far when you're in the Premier League, but I'm not going to spend any more because I quite like where I am, and it's just slowly building the club up.
There we go.
FC Pro 2. If you've got any interest at all in football, it's a very addictive game, and you can play it with one hand. It's vertical, and it also doesn't. It's one of the only phone games I've ever played that doesn't drain your battery whatsoever. I feel like the battery drains more just leaving it.
Does the man he plays it?
No, it doesn't. I literally will play for about 2 hours, and my battery will go down like 4%, which is unheard of for a video game like on your phone. So there you go.
Right.
I'll keep you updated next time. Don't worry.
Let's hear what you lot have been playing. So yeah, we're going to do this once a month now, and you can let us know from across the month what you've been playing, and we like to read them out. So please give us some detail.
And also the other one. So we're doing this once a month, but the other weeks we'll be doing questions of the day that will hopefully stir up a bit of interest in a topic. Like, have you ever rage quit a game? What game was your first? You know, those kind of things where we can just talk about that. Conversation points, icebreakers.
Icebreaker, yeah, we need the ice breaking. Right, Glinsky Doodle says, I finally finished, in quotation marks, Hollow Knight. I don't know the specific details of what's to come, but I know I only got the worst ending, 93% completion, so we'll be returning to it in a more casual, let's explore this section today style until I can get more. I get why it is built like that, but the lack of direction at certain points was the main frustrating point in an otherwise wonderful game. I know what you mean, like the lack of... I mean, it's the fun of exploring, I guess, is what they're trying to get across.
I thought you don't like direction, being told what to do.
Yeah, but within a 2D world, you can explore and discover things. And fine.
2D Pokopia, then.
You're twisting my words. Yes, the worst ending, to get the good ending, Linsky, and this isn't a spoiler, but it's really, really, really fucking hard.
Chaddy will get it.
Good luck. That it's like, the reason that Silksong is so difficult is because people were pushing to get the best ending in Hollow Knight 1. And it was so difficult, but people loved it, and therefore they made Silksong just as difficult. So if you want to get it, good luck. I actually don't think I bothered. I think I got to the boss that you need to kill, and then was like, no. It was ridiculous.
I have no interest in that.
Well, the base game of Hollow Knight is great. Now I've picked up Alien Isolation for the first time since release. Lights off, headset on, 2 hours in, and it is whole body shudder atmospheric, even on a second playthrough.
I've played... It's one of those games I'll never finish, but I might like chip away of like an hour just for a charity stream or whatever horror.
Well, you better do more of them so that you do eventually get to the end.
A horror game, I literally do anything I can not to.
Right.
I think maybe Phasmophobia might be a good charity horror stream because that's fun and you can do it with friends.
I'll join if you want.
Friend slop.
Yeah.
Is that Phasmophobia? That's not friend slop.
No, it's
a multiplayer horror game.
Super sloppy. David Charles says, Pokopia has consumed my life.
Good.
I need to finish the main story before I start up my Cloud Island.
There you go. Yeah. See?
Pancake says, I've been playing Animal Crossing again because I don't have a Switch 2 to play Pokopia. I recently had Muffy move in, and I have a sneaking suspicion that it's the same Muffy that lived on Ben's Island back in the day.
Well, I got to check. Well, Muffy's still on my island, and so Bayleaf, one of my mods on Twitch, well, if you have the before the DLC came out, if you like the first two, I think, which is the first two villagers you have that you start off with, they have like very basic homes because you have to collect various things for them to be built. But they don't have the themed homes. Like all the animals, they have their own theming. Like I can't think of any examples at the moment. But yeah, the ketchup, for example, is very. But yeah, tomatoey, that's the word. And yeah, so Muffy was one of my first and loved Muffy, but she had a very basic home. So Bayleaf took her when she wanted to leave and then time traveled so that she could come back and replace herself.
Right.
So she came back
so
and then
you could have the nice home.
And she could have her very nice kind of gothy, purpley, gothy home. And it's great because I think they come back and they're like, they don't realize that they were the same person. So let's build it up again. But yeah, Muffy is the queen. But so it's not Muffy unless she's been cloned. Maybe her name isn't Muffy. Maybe it's Dolly. You know, like.
Oh, very funny.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Been cloned.
Mr. Wibble says, I was so close to finishing Escape from Ever After on Tuesday, but soon. The storyline has been keeping me entertained. It's not a terribly difficult game, and some bits are predictable, but I like switching my mind off and just doing it. It's in the Steam Spring Sale now, which might be a good time to pick it up. Escape from Ever After.
Heard of it.
No. I've also played the demo for Minos, a game where you play as Asterion, the Minotaur, and Daedalus, the Architect, to build a maze and defend against waves of adventurers. It's a bit like an Overlord roguelite. You lose some loot when defeated, but you can continue on either from the start or using shortcuts. I spent a lot more time playing the demo than I expected to.
I have a feeling that I saw that being presented to me. Yes, I did. It's Devolver Digital. I saw it at the Devolver showcase thing that they
Oh,
put me to, and it looked really cool. Looked really, really cool. Is it? Oh, it's it's the demo. It's out in a few months, I think. But it looked really cool. Have you? That's
I've seen it.
you create your own maze,
Ah,
and like waves of people, and you put traps in, and it looks really cool. I like the idea.
very clever. And as always, Minecraft. New update dropped with so many cute baby mobs, and you can freeze their growth now so they can be baby forever. But as I play a modded Minecraft, there's lots of mods I still have to wait for.
Minecraft, great game. Is
That was
it?
this. That was this.
That was this month's. So we've got our bit. So we're going to first talk about the Xbox partner showcase quite quickly, and then, as it is the final podcast of the month, we'll talk about what's coming up in April. That's the word. Not at May yet. I saw I saw Tamagotchi. Is it Tamagotchi?
Tomodachi.
Tomodachi. I saw Tomodachi Life, and I'm like, I was looking at it going, because it said something like it comes out in April 2026, and in my head I was like, oh, that was ages ago.
Mm-mm.
And I don't like, my brain just
Nope.
can't compute what. It's because I've been speaking about so many things happening later this year at work. I'm like, oh, luckily we're still in March. But let me go and bring up. Are you going to bring up? You bring up the showcase thing if you want, because I'll bring up what's coming out this year.
Excellent. Yeah. So the showcase. So this was basically half an hour from
Mhm.
Xbox of some third-party games coming out. It was an all right showing. There were a few new bits.
It's more than I expected.
Yeah, I think when they advertised it a couple of days ago, it was there were like 3 games or something they mentioned. So I was thinking, oh, it's just on those, but actually there were lots of different games. Some new ones. The first one was Hunter the Reckoning Death Wish, which is some sort of vampire-y game. I thought the trailer looked cool, but I don't know about gameplay necessarily. Wuthering Waves is coming to Xbox. And then the third one, which I think for both of us is the most exciting, which is a game based on, as we've already talked about, The Expanse.
Yes.
Called The Expanse Osiris Reborn. Now, what's cool about this is that it's set in the world of The Expanse, but it's a new story with new characters. And the developer is Owlcat, who I believe made Pathfinder.
Okay.
And some other games. They are known for their sort of isometric RPGs, but they are making this.
And they're known for being quite buggy for the first year.
Yes, which is a bit worrying.
Well, it's interesting that this is because it's coming out like Q1 or 2 or whatever in 2027, and I was like, okay, that'll be fine. I can try and finish the books by then. And then it was like, comes in early access in like 3 weeks or whatever, and I was like, oh, okay, so it's gonna be in early access for a year. Which I find early access for a year for a game that's not multiplayer quite surprising. But I'm like, if they want to put it in early access and be like, hey, we'll call it early access, please help us get rid of the bugs, and then we'll go and do the full release. I'm happy waiting for the full release.
So, according to the wording on Eurogamer.net, which is what I've immediately gone for, I won't say.
Oh.
No, it's not in a bad way. I don't need to say who that was. But it's a closed beta demo.
Beta.
That's releasing next month, but you'll need to have pre-purchased one of the more expensive editions to get access. So it's not the standard one that gives you access to it.
Not paid demo.
Yeah, basically.
But pre-ordering a game that's with a fancy thing that's not out for a year.
Yeah.
No,
that's not ideal.
No. I mean, I'm really looking forward to it, but I will wait until 1.0.
Like,
I'm happy
the
to wait.
game looks cool. It is third-person action shooter game. It's basically Mass Effect.
I mean, the book feels like it, but there are literally 9 books that you can read in the meantime, and then you're ready for the game when it comes out.
Yeah, and I'm going to keep reading the books because they're really, really good. So,
book nerd.
What is also interesting though is that this is coming out next year. What's also coming out next year that wasn't in the showcase is Exodus, which is the one with forgotten the actor's name now. You're not going to know. Interstellar. Matthew McConaughey.
Zeta-Jones.
Matthew McConaughey. He's doing one of the voices in it.
I don't know. What's he in? Like, who does he do? What's his famous? thing.
Interstellar, and all right, which I can't remember the name of the film, but people will know it.
Oh, no, that's Overwatch. Hugh McConaughey.
Yes. And Dallas Buyers Club, and
Never watched it.
is he in Magic Mike? I think he's in Magic
I've never
Mike.
seen Magic Mike.
You don't watch films, Ben. This is this.
A Time to Kill. Contact. Have I? No, I haven't. Ghosts of Girlfriends Past. Wedding Planner. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
He's a very famous actor.
I've not seen. Wolf of Wall Street.
Anyway, I'm making a point. So Exodus is coming out next year, and Exodus is being made by a new studio formed by former BioWare people. So that is also very, very Mass Effect. So if you like Mass Effect, then next year there's both the Expanse game and Exodus, which are both very, very similar.
Aren't there
going to be sort of competing with one another, which I think is quite interesting.
Do you know, apparently there's... Well, have you heard anything about the Expanse Telltale game?
No, I'm not sure how good it is.
It's a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
On general. But yeah, I think it's just the Osiris Reborn. That's the only Expanse game that's coming out, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought there was something else, but no, there isn't. It's just that one. But I'm really looking forward to playing the for playing that next year. But I just really want to go and play the game to read the books because they're brilliant. They're really, really brilliant. You should definitely read them. Even if you don't like books, read them. If you're interested in Mass Effect, give it a go. You will not regret it.
So next up in Microsoft was Grave Seasons, which is a cozy farming sim, but with a slightly sort of horror twist.
I like that kind of thing. That's what I loved about Dredge. It was like, hey, it's a kind of grindy, you go and collect things and build up your ship, but also there's this like weird bit of horror in the background.
Oh, it's been published by Bloomhouse Games that do horror stuff. So that's why it's a horror farming sim. There was a Serious Sam multiplayer game. I don't think either of us are interested in. Then the big one is Stranger Than Heaven, which is being made by Sega, the Like a Dragon team. So it was previously referred to as Project Century, and that's because it's sort of time traveling. So it's not time traveling, but it's a story across different time periods. So it's very Yakuza open world set in Japan, but it seems more grounded and more gritty, I think. They didn't really show very much of it though, because there is going to be a longer showcase in a few weeks' time. But that's looking cool. Super Meat Boy 3D, I think would frustrate the shit out of me. I don't know if that's one for me. You like the look of this one, a new Annapurna game called Forever Ago.
That just looked nice, just like pleasant. Go and play it for a couple of hours. It was like a laid-back guy in a camper van or something. Bus.
Yeah, it's an old man called Alfred, who has a camera that he uses with a camper van to go on journeys.
And yeah, just like it seemed
quite
very
thought-provoking,
chilled, interesting story. It seemed like just a little bit of a road trip. We'll see.
Yeah,
see what it's like.
There was some anime bullshit. Dispatch is coming to Xbox, so if you wanted to give that a go, you can now on Xbox.
I wonder which version it'll be.
Yeah. Rebellion have a new game. You were a big fan of Atomfall.
I did like Atomfall. I never finished it.
I didn't really play it. I feel like I should.
You should. I think you'd like it. I would like it. Yeah, it's like it's British Fallout.
Yeah. But they now have a new game called Alien Deathstorm. One of the worst names I've ever heard. And it's a first-person shooter against aliens, which actually look quite cool, but just not a very good name. Frog Squad look very cute. It's like a sort of co-op platformery type thing that's coming to Game Pass. A bit friend sloppy.
I was about to say the word. I hate the word slop though.
Well, they're calling it slapstick physics-based multiplayer game.
That's exactly what that is.
Sure. Yeah. Another big one you're excited about is Bluey.
I'm not excited. I'm like, that's going to be something that is very, very popular with kids at the hospital, and like, what can we do with them with Bluey? Because that game looks really good.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like it's going to be. I guarantee that game will be massive.
Coming out in the autumn.
Yeah. I wonder if they've got any exclusive. Is it exclusive on Xbox, or I don't think these were all exclusive, were they?
No, not all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't read through, but this says it's coming to Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, and PC. So it is exclusive console-wise on Xbox. Stalker 2 is getting an expansion. There was another Chinese action game called Musa, which looks like
Jar Jar Binks.
every other Chinese action game. Another trailer for Eternal Life of Goldman. I really like the look of that. You're less keen.
Well, I played it and I was like, this is going to frustrate me. I'm not going to bother.
Yeah. Metroidvania, Jewish mythology, beautifully hand drawn.
Yeah, it looks good.
There's a demo on Steam. Go play it. It's really good. Haunted. Looks
Oh,
like
God.
rubbish.
Yeah, it didn't look good at all.
Hades 2 is coming to Xbox.
Apparently, it's also
and PlayStation.
Yeah, I was about to say it's coming to PlayStation now, isn't it? Because that's the first time Hades 2 is on PlayStation, right?
Yes. So like Hades 1, it was early access on PC, and then it came out of that on PC and on Switch exclusively, and then came to PS5 and Xbox afterwards. So they're doing the same thing with Hades 2. If you haven't played it and you own an Xbox or a PS5, 14th of April, go play it. Very good. And then it ended with Artificial Detective, which sort of had a really interesting trailer, a really interesting looking world, and then they showed a bit of gameplay that looked clunky as fuck.
Well, that can be improved, and it's out next year, so hopefully they can make that a bit more rewarding. Because you're literally like, throw a grenade at this thing. Oh, they all fall over, and...
So the studio is said to be comprised of film and game veterans whose previous work includes Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Control, Dead Space, and Netflix's Love, Death and Robots.
I mean, what roles did they have in those positions previously?
No, I'm positive.
No, that's I'm like, is combat one of the things? There's a lot of green flags with that, but we'll see. I really liked the idea of it. Like the story looked fascinating. I love a bit of a weird story that's not.
Yeah, it was like a sort of robot, artificial detective.
I was getting slight BioShock vibes.
A little bit, yeah.
Robots.
Sort of looking after a young kid, but solving mysteries and shooting.
You better not be having to protect people. Like protecting people in a game is the worst mechanic of all time. I can't think of anything worse than you have to protect someone. Yeah, that I only played it for a short while in the original Resi 4 and it wound me up.
I will say they improve her a lot in the remake. She's a lot less frustrating.
Oh, good. Same with like even Final Fantasy 14. You've got various things where it's like could be about a 20-minute fight with various areas, and like one of them is like, oh, you need to protect this person. Also, we're going to go and make you control a different character who's got completely different new moves and stuff that you're going to have to master on the fly. Otherwise, you're going to have to. Yeah. Anyway, not I'm one to moan.
No. So that was the Xbox showcase from this evening. So it wasn't like a big major one, but there was some cool looking stuff.
So let us talk about games that are coming out in May of this year. Sorry, in April of this year. I literally don't know what month it is.
No, these are the games we think you should play. So we won't go through all of them.
We'll go through it. Goat Simulator 3 on Nintendo Switch 2 port.
No.
Darwin's Paradox. Aren't you quite interested in that?
The Darwin's Paradox is the little octopus game that Konami have made, which was part of the PlayStation showcase, and there's some Metal Gear stuff in it. It's a 2D stealth game, puzzle thing. Looks very cute. I think Mr. Wibble talked about it on the podcast the other week. Played the demo. Yeah, it looks fun.
Is it Temtem getting officially announced, or is that Temtem Swarm? Is that
it's a spin-off?
Spin-off, okay. Starfield, I didn't realize that was even announced for PS5.
Yes, this was a couple of weeks ago. So they are doing a big update to Starfield, adding in like space travel and loads of extra new things. And that is arriving on Xbox the same time as the PS5 port, which we've all been expecting. And this is another one where, having read The Expanse, I'm in a sci-fi space mode. And I've kind of been thinking, okay, I want to replay Mass Effect, but knowing that's coming out, I'm like, maybe now is the time I play Starfield.
I want to see what the reviews are.
Give it a go with this new update. I don't think it's going to quite be a cyberpunk situation of suddenly it's actually good, but I'm intrigued to see what they've done, so I might give that a go.
Yeah, I finished Starfield.
I know you did.
I saw credits. I finished. Well, yeah, I finished it in like 11 hours because I just bombed through it.
Yeah.
But it was. I enjoyed it. The 11 hours, like if you just rush through the main story and go
I
for
mean,
it,
I might just do that.
it is quite a fun game to do it. There are other things that I might be interested in doing, but I want to see what the reviews are like with the new updates. Like some bits are just a bit annoying. Like for example, like the main city that you go to, and people bring this up all the time, but like the main city you go through, you have to do loading screens. Why are there loading screens to go from like just to go and like walk through different areas of this city? Really annoying.
Maybe they've changed.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully they will do. Pokemon Champions is out on April the 8th, which is you can just battle your Pokemon from the.
I still don't really understand what you do in that
I
game. Like,
think
what is the
it's
gameplay?
just literally battling, but
But is it an auto battler?
no, it's literally. I think, and please tell me if I'm wrong, that it is normal battles, but you can connect it to the Pokemon thing that people have where they
Home.
put home, yes, where they can get all of their. So I think this is like
it
they can use
connects
all.
to all the other games basically.
So does
and
it mean you can have
fight
all of them? You can have every single Pokemon is in there.
Probably. Yeah, it's coming to Switch, but it's also coming to mobile, but not for another few months, which is weird because to me it seems like it's very much a mobile game.
Hades 2's April 14th.
As we just said, yeah, definitely get that.
Yeah, Last Flag.
Don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Now, Replaced, I am very excited to play.
April 14th.
April 14th. It is from Thunderful Publishing. This has been in the works for a
Oh.
little while. It is a 2D narrative platformer set in a cyberpunk world with really beautiful looking pixel art. So think kind of Limbo Inside almost, but with a bit more action. But you're playing as a cyberpunk detective. It looks really, really good.
I am intrigued by it.
Yes. This is going to be like I think a lot of games websites are getting behind this to say this looks really good. And I think this could be the sort of one of the indie darlings of the year, I think.
Well, that is a big thing that you've just said.
You're welcome.
We will see.
So yeah, Replaced. Definitely look out for that.
I definitely will as well. Then like Bunny Garden, whatever the hell that is. Mouse PI for Hire.
Yeah, that is the shooter, that first-person shooter, but in the sort of 30s Mickey Mouse black and white style of visuals. People are actually saying it looks quite good.
That's good.
We shall see.
Opus: The Day We Found Earth, an adventure game focused on story and exploration. That sounds. Oh, it's released on iOS originally, so yeah, it's a port.
Yeah.
Well, no, it says original, but then anyway, but then the same day, like no one's going to play Mouse or Opus, are they?
Because everyone's going to be playing Tomodachi Life, living the dream.
Have you seen that they've not put filters in?
Yep.
It's like, hey, I really like masturbation.
Yep. So briefly, what is that game?
No idea.
Okay. It's like Animal Crossing. It's a life sim, and you live on an island.
And you can put people that you know in there.
But it uses Mii's,
Yes.
as in MII from the Wii and Wii U.
And they're all weird.
So in the same way that if on Switch you played Miitopia, and it was like an RPG, but you could create your own characters and put in there, this is basically like Animal Crossing,
I really enjoyed
but
that.
with Mii's.
That was good fun because I was creating people in chat.
And I think you can make people from chat in
Yeah.
Tomodachi and watch them do silly things with each other and make relationships and build a town. And I think this is going to be your kind of game.
I think so as well. I think that's very much my kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's April the 16th, which is the day before Pragmata. But April the 16th is a Thursday. Interesting.
So yes, the day after that, on the 17th, is Pragmata. This is the Capcom shooting game with the annoying little girl.
And hacking.
Where you have to hack things and shoot things at the same time.
I hope it's
People who
good.
have actually played
Yeah.
it have said that it's good. I look at it and think, I don't understand how that works and how that's
There's
fun.
a demo, isn't there?
There is a demo, and I should probably give that a go. But we'll see. I feel like it's either going to be a surprise hit or it's going to utterly bomb.
Albion Online goes to Xbox. Vampire Crawlers, no idea what that is. There's Masters of Albion, which is a different game.
It's a very odd game, I think.
Yeah. Tides of Tomorrow, that
What
rings
is
a
that?
bell. That is a first-person adventure by Djax and THQ Nordic. It's an asynchronous
No idea.
multiplayer game. Tide War, okay.
Hiln is from Double Fine, and that's that pottery battling game that they mentioned at the Xbox thing. That everyone was like, "Really? That's what they're doing?"
Yeah, that's the. That was part of their jam thing where they stop working for 2 weeks and build a game randomly.
It could actually be really fun, but whether it finds an audience is another thing entirely.
Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes there's just like a multiplayer game will come out that people will play for a short, very, very short time, and then it just disappears. I'm trying to think what the one I'm thinking of. There's a few like PlayStation one's been like that.
Right, April 27th is Moomin Troll Winter's Warmth. You like the Moomins?
Is that
go play it?
Is that a DLC or is that like all it shows is shows the wrong picture, I think, because it's showing Snufkin. Wait, is it a DLC for that?
Or maybe it is.
Oh, it's a spiritual successor. Why is there a spiritual successor?
Because that's not the proper.
That's not the proper page.
You're on the wrong Wikipedia page.
No, I didn't. It took me there.
Well, because it's.
Yeah, because Moomin Troll takes you to Snufkin Melody of Moomin Valley. It's a spiritual successor. That's it.
So it is a sequel. There you go.
Spiritually.
There's also a new Diablo expansion on the 28th.
I don't nod. Helion. Yeah. You know anything about this? There's a Don't Nod game where you're two astronauts who crash land on the frozen planet. Set in the 2060s. Together they must find a way to survive while being hunted by a mysterious entity.
I've generally not heard anything about that
trailer, but MotoGP 26. Yes, give me that. There's nothing. Oh wait,
right.
Oh, sorry. Yes, there is.
Sorry, I think you'll all find that this is a very important month because the game of the year comes out
on the final day.
On the final day of April, and that is Saros, which is from Housemarque. It is their next game after Returnal. Returnal is the best game on PS5. One of them.
It's a game on PS5. Okay?
It's the best PS5 exclusive. And it was so good that Sony then bought Housemarque and said, "Cool, do it again." So
Literally do it again.
So now they're making Saros, which it looks very, very similar. Sony have been showing snippets of gameplay, and I look at it and go, "It looks amazing," but it looks like Returnal. And aside from there being a little bit more story and extra characters, because Returnal is Jane Perry on her own on an island.
Who's Saros?
On a planet, sorry.
We know actually, don't we? Person? I not know them, but like they've announced who it is.
Well, Rahul Kohli plays Arjun, who is the lead character.
That's who I mean, yeah.
Right.
Not Saros isn't the name of the person.
No, Saros I think is the name of the.
But Jane Perry plays Mrs.
something.
Returnal, doesn't she?
Yes. Mrs. Returnal. Celine. She's also in this playing an extra character. Ooh. So I think Saros is a little bit more narrative heavy than Returnal, and they've added a parry. Apart from that, it looks like Returnal, but that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
I am intrigued to know what they've done to build on the gameplay. I don't know if it's as roguelike-y or if they're making it a bit more accessible or how they're doing that. But Housemarque do not make bad games. They're known for their shooting games, bullet hell games, but they're all really fucking good. Super Stardust was amazing on PS3 and Vita. And then there was. Can you click on them?
Oh, you can't remember them.
I can visualize it. The side-scrolling
Bubble Bobble
one.
Or Alienation, Nex Machina, Resogun.
That was PS4 launch game, which was great. Nex Machina is really good. Alienation was really fun.
Angry Birds Ultra, apparently. Angry Birds Trilogy, apparently.
There you go. So like they've made a lot of shooting, like arcadey shooting games, and then Returnal
Trans
was
World
there.
Snowboarding. That is how progressive of them.
Yes. So then they made Returnal as like this big 3D project and just fucking nailed it, and it's incredible. So I am very, very, very excited for Saros, and that is at the end of this month. So I need to take some holiday, and I'm going to book that day off, and I'm going to sit and play it. I've just now decided I'm going to do that.
You should do. I wonder if I get a code.
You better.
Hmm.
I mean, I would pay for it.
Yeah, don't tell them that. Interesting. Well, I'll have to play it if I do. So that could be atrocious to watch.
We can do a joint stream if you want.
Yeah, pass you.
Fine.
Whenever we die, we pass the controller, like the old days.
Well, you'll die
for us.
more than me.
Okay, well done. You play boring, stressful games. I just enjoy
You
peaceful
play boring
Pokopia.
chore games.
Yes. Anyway, speaking of chores, I need to go and do the washing up apparently.
Yeah, you do.
And edit this entire podcast for tomorrow. Ed, where can we find? Well, we've got DreamHack coming up, so we'll hopefully do a podcast next week. And
Yeah, we'll do one next week, and we'll tell you all about DreamHack.
And yeah, check out the Discord, discord.gg/biggestbennis if you want to go and answer any of our question of the days. Because next week's will hopefully be a little bit different, a bit of a talking point, icebreaker. So Ed, where can we find you?
You can find me on social media, Ed Knights, on different places, and on Twitch.
And also on Twitch, what are you playing at the moment? Because you did Mario Galaxy.
I just finished Mario Galaxy, another old game that was really, really fun to go and replay. And I think I'm going to continue that and play Luigi's Mansion, the GameCube game.
I'm quite tempted to play Super Mario Wonder. Now they've got the deluxe version
I've
that
heard
came
very
out today.
good things about it.
Have you?
Mm.
I saw somebody complaining, being like, this is typical Nintendo. I want to play online, but you have to play it with a friend. You can't play with a random. I'm like, who the fuck plays a Mario game with a randomer?
Yeah, that's
apart from like Mario Kart. It's not that kind of game.
Yeah,
anyway.
no.
But yeah, find me, Biggest Bennis everywhere, everywhere that matters, and yeah, that's it really.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye then.
Twitch, Twitter, no, not Twitter, but yeah, Twitch and everywhere, and YouTube, and go to Earth by Ben and watch the latest video that tanked. Because yeah, that was.
You're gonna do more.
Yeah, I'm gonna do one on DreamHack hopefully. If I
Nice.
get enough footage to record, and I might do one closer to home. And yeah, no, I enjoy doing it. I don't care if. I was just very, very lucky with the first two videos. They decided to give it to 65,000 people to watch each. And then this one was a little bit less. And I'm like, I don't know about the algorithm. I don't know how it works. So it'll be like a lottery every time I post
Well,
one.
let's see how it happens with DreamHack.
Intrigued.
If we survive.
Yeah. Or
Smelly Gamer Convention.
well, luckily we're not staying overnight. Although I do get invited to a party by Kick Streamer.
Oh.
Mirter.
Oh.
You'll meet him. He's lovely.
Okay,
Really
sure.
lovely. Just don't judge him. He's a nice person despite being on that. Anyway, we'll let you know how it goes, and I'll see you all. If I don't see you through week,
No, we're not doing that.
I'll see you fruit window.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.